Imagine what we would all accomplish together if we left our egos at the door.
What's up, Stovetop? It's Burrito and Taco, and today we have Tamale back for another podcast, and he will continue to be on here for quite a while now. I don't know what happened before, but we just won't talk about it. And, uh, but anyway, so Tamale, how has your quarantine been? Like, where have you been? How you been doing? That kind of thing.
Well, my quarantine started out in a different town than I'm in right now, but I had a little, being cooped up in the house with family causes a little bit of drama. Well, my drama really got kickstarted at one point and ended up having to move away. That was not nice, but then I ended up moving in with my uncle, who my cousin is. She barely has an immune system because she's just getting over a sickness, so my quarantine is pretty much sitting on a couch, not leaving the house for anything other than snowmobiling. Snowmobiling a lot, playing video games, listening to music, singing.
Sounds pretty
Other than
legit.
that, yeah, that's basically how my quarantine has been
Any
summed up.
Play any new games? Any new interesting games at all? Or just Dark Souls?
Uh, a lot of Dark Souls, but lately Cold War, the Black Ops Cold War. I've
Yep.
been playing a lot. I have 0 seconds on multiplayer, unfortunately, because I hate multiplayer. But I have over 300 hours in zombies on Cold War. Shows you how much of a life I have.
I love zombies so much. I got
I do too.
the free access week that they had for like one Thursday to the next.
Mm-hmm.
I got that, and I played with one of my buddies, and we tried forever. Like I think I had Taco on call, and he was just criticizing us the whole time. Like that's easy, but we were playing. We could not beat it. Like get to the we did the just a regular one, like D Machine or whatever it was called.
Machina, yeah.
Yeah, we were just trying to get to the exfil just to like complete it once, and we could not do it together. He got cut out for some reason, and I went in by myself. And I was like, ah, screw it, I'll just play. First try, I got to the exfil and beat it. The exfil. I didn't do the what's it called, the Easter egg thing where you had to do like the gun and everything. I didn't do that
Oh,
or finish
the
it.
actual story mission for it.
Yeah, I didn't finish it. I started it, did some stuff with it, but
Were you
yeah.
able to get the coffin dance Easter egg?
Oh no, I don't think so.
Oh man.
I think the furthest I got was, what was it? I remember we had the gun, we were getting the parts for it and the upgrades for it, but I don't think we got further than the upgrades.
Yeah.
How about you, Taco? How you been with the quarantine and stuff like that?
Well, start off really slow, gained a good solid amount of pounds.
I feel that.
Became really big, you know. A lot of donuts, a lot of laying down, not much work.
A lot of hanging with your
Um,
cuz.
oh yeah, that too. And then uh got a car, went into the ditch with the car. Pretty sure I
I
explained
feel
this
that.
story in the other
I feel
podcast.
that.
I don't remember.
Yeah, we did. We explained it last time. And if you haven't seen it, there will be
Yeah.
a card right up there. You'll see it.
What else? Got rebounded for a third time.
Okay, so
Last
you talked about that in the last one too, but just for the sake that Tamale's here, you should explain it again.
Oh, where do we start? Where do we start?
Does he know about the
Um,
first rebound? The meme one.
oh, the meme rebound.
Are we talking like
Yeah,
relationship rebounds
Yeah.
or
yeah. Before like you fully get into a relationship rebound, pretty much. You remember? Oh yeah. The name I gave the person, Julie or Julia. So I gave her this name Julia because she rebounded me the very first time was because she recently broke up with her boyfriend, and I was her outlet, and then she was like, "Yeah, but you were just a rebound," and went back with her boyfriend that she broke up with. Second one, pretty much same thing happened. Third one was recent, and you know, kind of liked her, whatever, and she was like, "Yeah, but I needed attention." So yeah, she'd actually like
It's
me.
funny because we'd play and I'd giving him crap. Like he used to stay with me for work and stuff, and we'd go outside because I have a basketball hoop outside, and rebound stuff. I'd give him crap about it all the time, cause especially because we were playing basketball, and it was just amazing.
Yeah, well, quarantine hasn't been great for a lot of people's relationships, even pre-relationships, like you said. I actually had a recent falling out with a girl. We were together almost 2 years and ended up
I've seen
splitting.
that.
Yeah, it was a pretty sucky thing, but it led me to find somebody new who is really making me happy right now. Actually, this girl I was friends with well before I met the ex that, well, it was a harder situation than just somebody leaving somebody else. But uh, in fact, actually, Taco, we went to school with them. And
Oh,
crazy, yeah.
ah,
She moved away, I think, a little bit after I did. She's
I
a
think I might
really
know.
cute girl. I always had my eye on her, but never really took a shot until over a year of not talking. But yeah, ended up finding out that my ex, who is the one who really killed me, kept every time this girl I'm dating now would try and talk to me, my ex would block her. So it was one of those situations, even if she was just trying to be civil and, not a relationship thing, but more of a friendly thing, she would get blocked and somehow ended up everything came back around and ended up starting talking again, and now I'm with somebody who makes me genuinely happy. And
Well,
I know
let's
Sorry,
that's
young
not
man.
how your relationship went, but
Nah, it
well
won't.
let's just
one
let,
of
let's just hope that that shot you took makes it in the basket, so that way it's not doesn't have to be a rebound. You know what I mean?
Shut up, shut up.
Oh, did he make another one recently?
Yeah, yeah, I did. I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting.
Do I know the girl? Or is it a
Indeed, you
guy?
do.
Apparently he's
No, it's a
engaged.
girl.
Apparently,
I'm engaged to two girls right now, though. So
Oh, and you already took a shot with somebody else? What's up with
yes,
that,
sir.
man? I mean,
Okay,
you do you.
the first girl, let's name her Sarah. Sarah, I walk into class and she says, "Will you marry me?" And I said, "Sure." So she gave me a ring and I gave her a ring, whatever.
Wow.
And then this other girl, let's name her Sarah number two. She heard about me and this girl getting married, and she was like, "Why don't you marry me?" And I said, "Screw it, here." Gave her a ring. So I'm married to two girls.
Hold on, wait. Me and you are engaged. You gave me a ring, and I still wear it every single day.
I
It's a silver
yeah,
ring with an H on it.
yes, sir. But don't worry,
So
they're just sides. You're my
they
main.
better be. We've been in a bed before.
he's got
Not
We
weirdly.
no.
have.
He's just got to keep his
Not
practice up with the
weirdly.
side hose. You know what I mean? He's got to keep his
Yeah,
practice up.
he's
Yeah, I'm
gotta
just preparing for
keep
the
it
day I
warm for
meet you
me.
again.
Yeah.
Quarantine's just been weird, man, dude. Like I haven't like with quarantine, like I never changed much. Like I still worked, I still like did whatever I needed to do as if like quarantine wasn't a thing. Because like when they first did quarantine, it was the only people that could work were like the essential employees, and like construction workers and stuff are like
Yeah,
considered
I got laid
essential
off.
employees. So I was still able to work. I was doing sheetrock at the time. Actually, we were actually doing an inside job. It was pretty sweet. But other than that, it really hasn't changed much. I still eat shit ton of hot Cheetos, drink energy drinks, that bad stuff. But I have pushed myself to gain some weight and start bodybuilding a bit. And then now that season started, like I've just been, I don't know. I haven't really seen much change, just the masks.
Doing a fat
Wait.
bulk,
Where'd
gain a
you get
little
laid
bit of
off
weight. I was working at Taco Bell.
Oh,
A
you got laid off there, dude?
Yeah, I know, but I was making bank. I was getting paid almost $15 an hour, working 150-hour weeks or in a 2-week period, 150 hours. I was really kept me up there. Ended up having to drop out of school. It was my mom's decision. I didn't really get a say in it, but in the end, it did make me some money and it got me good. I got halfway through GED courses, but that's when I had my falling out with my parent and had to move away. Now I'm kind of trying to go down the path of the GED, but I got to get a job because 18's coming up fast and I have to have some
Oh,
money
yes,
saved up
sir.
for when I leave.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
Sure, we're all in that boat.
I gotta save money to work out. Me and Taco have been talking a lot about working together to get a place together, especially if we're gonna continue with this channel and stuff and make things a lot easier. And doing that, we know we work well together. Like we're really close in relationship with each other as cousins, and we wanted to like find a way to live together because we pretty much work the same job, and it'd just be way better that way. We can set up some things, make life a little easier, at least for the start. But I'm just trying to like this summer, I'll be getting paid a bit more because I'm gonna be more of a leader of my own crew in a sense for most of our jobs that we do. So I'll be able to
Right.
like save up a little more, and I'm gonna create a savings account, save up some money, hopefully get like set up by the time I want to move out, which I'm not too sure when I'm gonna move out. It might be when I'm like 19 or so, because I'll probably work another summer and save up more money before I move out. But I don't know, still a big plan in the works, but I think it'll be fun.
Yeah, I
You
know what you
know,
mean about. Oh,
oh,
please
no, no,
continue.
no. Go ahead, go ahead. No, no, no,
All
go
right,
ahead.
what I was saying was, I know what you mean about like the wanting to stay and like save up some more money. Like living here rent free is technically still young and not able to or don't have to pay bills and stuff. So you want to save that. But after this whole quarantine thing, being stuck in a house with 10 people, no, the minute I turn 18, I think I'm
Yeah,
dipping.
that's the biggest thing with, especially the difference between all of us, because I'm in a good spot. Like, I don't have a lot of people in my house. I have the privilege. I have everything. I can stay here if I want. I got full permission of my parents because I do what I need to do. I don't have much problems at all. And like Taco, for instance, he has a bunch of people at his house. I mean, the same as you do, and he's been stuck there, and he wants to get out right away too. But I guess you could explain that, Taco, since it's you.
Yeah, so I have good solid 7 people in my house, I'm gonna say. That's including me. And it's a lot. It's a lot to work with. I mean, I've also lived with them for so many years. I just kind of want more of my own freedom, my own home. I do want to talk about moving in with each other at the end of this podcast, just so whatever.
We could do that now,
It's just
or when you're done with
well,
your thing.
I mean, we can talk about it, but like, I want more freedom. I want to be able to, you know, be loud at night, do what I want, just not have to
Yeah,
worry.
especially with school being done. Like for you, with like school being done, you'll be able to just focus on less things. You don't have to worry about being caught up on time. The only thing that you need to be punctual about is being to work, and you'll have more time to
Oh,
like do what you want to do. And I think that'll be pretty sweet.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you on that. Like, couldn't be wait a minute longer. At the day I turn 18, I'm out of here. I don't care if I don't have any money saved up by that point. I do already have money saved up, so I know I'll be good. But if I'll have to, I'll even couch surf anything to get out of this place. I love my family. My family's great. I've had disputes with them, but so does every family.
Yep.
It's just having so many people with this whole quarantine thing, and then my cousin's sick, so like we can't really do anything at all, and kind of keeps us here. I just want to fly away. I'm done with this place. And the past 2 years, have been building up that relationship with that ex, and like we had this whole plan set out, and like we were gonna do all these things, and then she kind of ruined that. And I will say she ruined that because you put 100% of yourself into something, and then the other person doesn't do anything. That's kind of what the situation was there. And I thought I had this plan out, and now these past few weeks, it's kind of been like, well, what the hell am I doing now? I don't know where I'm going, so it makes me want to leave even more, actually, because it gives me even more freedom. The whole freedom thing is a big deal.
Yeah, especially it's definitely a big mental step as much as it is just a physical thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm glad you're moving on, instead of, sitting back and, letting that affect you. I mean, it does, but I'm just glad you're still
Yeah.
keeping that positive mindset in there.
I wasn't for a good week or so there. Some issues went awry that, maybe I made some decisions that wouldn't have been the best, but then shortly after, I did find this girl that I'm talking to, and we reconnected, and some would say that it sped up faster than it maybe should have, but I'm in a relationship with her now, and we're happy. Talk a good amount, keep up to date with each other. It's all good, and it's happy, it's healthy. It's something that I haven't really felt in a relationship for probably over a year.
Yeah, that's definitely another good thing to happen, especially with the mental step. It helps keep you motivated, keep you on your feet, and stay happy.
I feel like that's also a good thing because this quarantine is actually making a lot of people's mental health drop.
Oh God, it is.
Like mental stability and everything, because everyone's always cooped up or they're too worried about certain things. So I feel like you going through that relationship is actually really good,
For sure.
COVID, stupid. Hate it.
Burrito, haven't really heard much from you about how your quarantine went. Like,
my quarantine's just been same as like I normally live. I haven't really changed much of anything. It's just like the limitations they put out. Like you have to wear masks. You can some places close down. But other than that, nothing much has really changed with the relationship thing. After my last one, I've just decided to focus on other things, like a lot of more important things right now, and I'm not going to worry about that at the moment because I have a lot of stuff to focus on, and I just want to get all that done when I'm out on my own, maybe like while I'm in the military, and just wait for the time to come. I'm not really looking for much of a relationship right now. I'm just trying to get things done, reach my goals, that kind of thing. But I mean, if something does happen, I get into a relationship, it is what it is. But
yeah, but I know you, and you're a worker. You work hard. Along with Taco, he really is a worker too. Just I'm more on an emotional side, and then you're more on like a working side, and you can be a homebody and be okay with it. Home work, not much play. That's cool. And I'm more of I like working to have things I can do to be able to, play more. And I like being in an emotional, committing relationship. And I think Taco's kind of in the middle of that. He's like, I love working, but I love being in relationships. I don't know. There's just something about some people. We crave affection any way we can get it.
Yep.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that 100%, especially even with quarantine, it's kind of hard to stay happy over anything because everything's just disappointing. Like the whole election and stuff is just disappointing, and like sometimes it feels like our country's not even America anymore. It just feels different. That's one of the things I've kind of ran through my head too. Do I really want to serve my country for people like this? Like we're not even fighting against other countries. Like while their other countries are just building themselves up and being just fine, we're sitting here fighting our own self like it's a civil war.
Exactly.
And it's
like the whole thing with Trump and Biden, like either or. I personally am not much into politics, but them be damned. Like this is ruining our country. Might as well,
Yeah, literally.
you gotta. Doesn't matter if you like Trump or whatever one. Even if one of them's gonna lead him down a different path than you would supposedly like, it's kind of an important deal to, figure everything out before you move on to other things. And we haven't stopped and figured anything out at all.
Yeah, I'm not much of a political guy either, but I just know I can just tell by the look of everything that it's just falling apart, especially with all these new arguments, like the whole like I don't want to start any conversation, but I'm just, for example, like the gender thing or the any political thing, it's all just starting arguments against each other, and it's just not right.
Exactly.
And that's just bothers me, but I still want to join the military because that's just been my dream, just been a plan for me. I
Of
want
course.
to, like, the reason I'm not really focused on a relationship, like I said, I'm definitely happy if it does come across someone I love that will help keep me on my feet, keep me happy, just the same as you. But I'm more focused right now on, well, right now wrestling. I'm focused on that to try to get as far as I can with the little time I have left. I'm focusing on work so that way I can get prepared for my future, because I'm turning 18 real soon, and pretty soon the life's going to be right on top of me, and I still have a lot to learn, that kind of thing. And I've just been trying to focus on those things, make sure I can get everything set up before I worry about that, because for me, I'm patient enough. I'll wait, and I can wait until I need it, or until it comes, whatever it may be.
I 100% agree with you. Really, it's nice, this dynamic us three have, because it seems like we all are on separate sides of the spectrums in certain areas. Like you got your home, you got a stable foundation, you can stay at your place for another year and a half and be perfectly fine. But with me, I'm sleeping on a couch. Actually, just upgraded to the couch from a flat air mattress, so that's pretty cool. And then,
Nice.
of course, with Taco over there, he's got his family dynamic. They seem a lot more caring, but still, he's
Yeah, it's just too much.
Yeah,
exactly.
he's got a lot going on over there, especially after the
Mhm.
stuff that's happened. It'd be kind of
Oh
nice
yeah,
for him to be on his own, do what he wants to do, so that way he's not stuck up in a quote unquote strict society in a sense.
exactly.
Yeah. If certain viewers don't know, I've recently been through a fire, and my dog recently has died, and COVID has hit. So a lot of things just like kind of went on
Yeah,
in a series. So
Yeah, and trying to come back from that, like you've kept mentally stable pretty well after all, especially that tragic event of the fire and things. You've came back pretty well, and you're definitely working hard to get your way out. And I
oh yeah.
can't wait to see you on your own. I'll come join you when I'm ready.
It's a lot. It's a lot to go through. Like, there's probably people out there who's been through more than just me. I've been through quite a bit, so I can
yeah,
relate to a lot of
but that's the
people.
thing. In that situation, like I follow you deeply on that regard, because like I know I don't have the worst life, but I've been through some things. I can relate to a lot of people with a lot of stuff, and it's always nice.
Yeah.
It seems like this whole COVID thing.
Hmm.
Sorry,
Oh,
audio got a little jumbled for a second. No, with this whole COVID thing, it seems like during it, any bad thing that could happen has happened for a lot of people, and I feel that deeply. Like with losing this relationship, and 3 days ago, my uncle shot himself live on Facebook. Like it's really crazy things that are happening lately, and I feel you deeply on that, Taco, because it's hard to get through.
yeah,
But
that's a thing well, that's definitely a really rough state of mind to be in. And the fact
Yeah,
that you want to get out on your own so you can start living the life that you want to be able to be happy, that's definitely probably the best choice for you, for sure.
exactly.
Just because with all that stuff happening, that's stuff you don't want to be into, because that'll completely ruin your life and your ambitions and all that
Oh
stuff.
yeah. But that's why, we all got to find an outlet during this whole COVID thing. And mine has been zooming fast on a snowmobile or shooting zombies in a video game, talking I love. Obviously, Burrito, yours is a lot of working and planning and finding a stable foundation for your future.
Yeah,
Not sure,
we definitely
honestly.
definitely all three of us come from different perspectives to be able to build up from, but I think in the end we all will do equally well.
Yeah, I think we will too.
Oh yeah,
And if anything, I know for
I
a fact
believe
we
it.
all have each other, so I'm sure
Exactly.
we can all help each other, and I'm definitely down for that.
I always have an extra bed for you guys. I didn't mean that to
Yeah.
sound sensual, but
I mean, I got a queen size
Hey,
bed. We can fit a few people on there, and then I got a
hey, I
little height of
had
bed.
two queen
well,
size
we've
beds,
shared.
remember? Yeah,
Yep,
me and
I
Taco.
remember that.
A little bit of drinking involved that night too, but we won't talk about that.
We don't talk about that. Either way, that was a
Yeah.
fun night. It was a fun
Ended up, I think, listening to what was it called? Do you remember? It's like
Wasn't it a certain type of
neural music. Yeah, it was.
yeah.
It's like a neural beat that sends you into strange dreams. It was. I guess it was
It was
maybe a little bit too much
I I think
drink involved.
the last time I think the last time that me and Tamale have been together in person was when we were at a mutual friend's house. We went to, what was it,
Yeah,
Chinese Dragon or whatever it was called,
yeah, we
China
did.
Buffet, and then came back. You were like our DJ. We were playing music, just vibing. That was pretty
Yeah,
fun.
you actually showed me a lot of songs that night that I keep on my playlist now and replay numerous times.
I've actually been
Because
I've been listening to a lot of this similar stuff I've been used to. Like I've been listening to a lot of Dax recently. I've been trying to get a lot of pump up music to be able to stay
oh
motivated
hell,
to do things.
I just remembered you listened to Tom McDonald too. I don't want to stray too far from our conversation, but I remember last time I was on the podcast we talked about him. How about
Yeah,
his new songs? That
he was on the news.
4 days he was on the news and
Yep,
4 million plays in 4 days. Some
top number one on iTunes and all these other places.
iTunes, Apple, or it's not Apple, it's Google Play or Google Music, whatever it was. He was
Yeah,
on number one on three
what
different
I like about
charts.
him though is like he does talk a lot of like crap in his songs, but they're all technically right. Like a lot of his stuff is based on
Exactly.
facts. Like his whole Mac Lethal thing.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
the whole diss track thing. All his stuff. Not only were they good attacks, like from different angles, but they were all legitimate points that
exactly.
made sense, and
And
that's
I
why I
think,
still vibe with him.
yeah, I do too. I like that progression type music. Like he, as a single person, might not be pushing too much, but his fan base, like everybody who listens to his music, they realize like, yeah, like white boy. I'm gonna say that as an example. I'm not racist in the slightest. I'm
you're
honestly a
white. It's
person.
fine.
Oh well, yeah, I got that, but his music saying like just because our ancestors 100 years, or not 100, well maybe even 100 years ago, who knows, uh would have slaves and like do some bad things. That's not me. I try my hardest to keep this persona that uh, colored people or any type of any race at all is pushing that white people are bad. Like I come from a family that has a lot of colored people in it, and I love them dearly. They're my family. So to have somebody call me racist would be, you know it, it hurts
Yeah, it'd be
deep.
a
And
direct attack, really.
exactly, because like I grew up with these people, like, and you're saying that I hate them. Like, what if that somehow got around to them that you were saying that I was racist? Like, that could ruin my whole situation too.
Yeah, especially if like more people know about it, or someone posts something like that, even more people be that way. Like they don't know you, but they
Exactly.
only know you from that post. It's like it's not true, but
Exactly.
that's what people are making you out to be, and it's just not right.
Yeah, like, in a way, I guess me and Taco have said some derogatory, maybe not the word derogatory, but we used to call him Beaner, or I would be the
Yep.
Pilgrim, and one of my friends would be my native. Like, I think you should push more towards that kind of stuff. Like, this is all fun and games. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
it's
not
not meant to attack anybody.
exactly.
Nobody's mad. Nobody's triggered. That it's like
And for the record, for any viewers out there, I am Mexican, Black, Native, and white.
that's why he's Taco
And
and I'm Burrito.
and it doesn't bother me one bit when I hear someone call me Beaner. I think it's funny. In my school, my own school, I am known as Little Beaner.
Exactly. Yeah.
So if you hear him saying that to me, he isn't being racist. It's
Yeah.
literally my nickname.
Like, I with this whole music thing, like I brought up, like, and Tom McDonald, if you haven't listened to him, I strongly suggest it, because it really shows like one side to a political point, but it's more evenly distributed. Like, he's not saying all the people on the right are bad or all the people on the left are bad. He's saying each side has little bits and pieces of it that are horrible, and we got to change that, because like in his song he says, if a black man is sipping cognac sitting next to me, I don't expect every black's favorite drink to be Hennessy.
Yep.
Like, just because one person does something bad doesn't mean everybody else does. And with the whole BLM movement and the whole Trump supporting movement, like, they were at each other's throats. Well, both of them were being racist, but if you sit there and just say one of them is being racist, technically that's you being racist, because the other side was also saying bad things, but you don't want to say anything towards it, because if you say your side's 100% fine and that the other side's at fault, then you need to realize what's going on in your own situation, because each side is doing it, and it's pretty much like two of the same type of energies hitting at each other. Like, one's not stronger than the other. They're both just hitting back and forth in a repetitive state. Well, eventually you're both are going to run out of stamina, and neither of you going to have any traction.
Yeah, and with that too, like not only is like his lyrics good, and like when you listen to it, the lyrics should definitely be one of the main things you listen to because he makes good points. But his music
Exactly.
itself is also really good. Like he's really good at
Yes.
his choruses. He's good at like the bars themselves are really good. Like he's the legitimate rapper.
Exactly.
And Dax, he's similar, but he's not as hard pushed on the political side.
Points.
Yeah,
Yes.
he makes good points
I love
about
Dax,
different
too.
life things, but I like Dax better just because of the music itself, because
Exactly.
I like the music as well as the lyrics. I mean, Tom McDonald really good. His lyrics are very well done, very powerful, and
Exactly.
Dax just has more of like a hard feel. Like I like my music more aggressive and hard. That and just like Gotham. That's probably my favorite song by Dax.
Oh yeah.
And then he just came
Love
out with Kill Shot 3. He has 2 more ready to be posted soon. But Kill Shot 3 is one he just came out with, and I'm vibing with that one right now.
Oh yeah.
What you, Taco? What about you and your music?
Well, currently I've been listening to a lot of the Kid Leroy, only because he was a protege of uh, Juice WRLD.
Juice WRLD.
And
Yep.
I love Juice World, and honestly, when I hear the Kid Laroi sing or rap, I guess whatever you want to call it, because he does both, he sounds really, really close to Juice World, and Juice World was one of my opinion best rappers I've heard in our generation.
Young Blood.
One of the ones.
Young
Oh,
Blood.
Young
I
Blood is
listen.
amazing.
I listen to Lemonade.
Yep.
Absolutely love it.
Mhm. Oh yeah.
We have a bunch of good rappers, but me, in my personal opinion, I always like Juice World because his wasn't, all connected to one thing. He always switched it up in different, songs he sang. It wasn't all just about drugs, guns, money, or it wasn't all
Exactly.
just about being broke or, just stuff like that. He
And
always
one of my
switched it up, and
oh
Kid
yeah.
Laroi does the same.
One of my favorite songs by Juice World was actually Robbery. It was like, this girl's stealing your heart in a type of way, I suppose you could say, but you put my heart in the bag and nobody gets hurt. That's something. But I hear both sides of your thing. I'm kind of in the middle between you two because I know Taco will listen to a lot of lighter music, and then Burrito will listen to more hardcore stuff because Young Blood, he can get hardcore, right? And Juice World, that's softer stuff. Well, I'm right in the middle of that because I love both of them. I could go on for days about what kind of music that they do and how good it is, but I guess this just kind of pointing out our dynamic again. One's on one side, one's on another, and one's straight in the middle.
Well, I listen to all. It's just that
Yeah.
recently I've been into the softer
Yeah, like
stuff.
I'll vibe with pretty much anything. Like I like songs I can definitely sing to. Like I grew into, like, I used to absolutely despise rap just because I never cared for it.
Me too.
And because of like a lot of the people that listened to it were people I didn't like, so I didn't want to get into that habit. I mean, now I've kind of grew into it a little bit. It's whatever. Music's music. I like rap music. I'll admit it's very impressive to be able to do that. And there's someone I listen to. He's just starting, but I really love his music, and his name is The Real Young Swag. And swag, WAGG, stands for Saved with All God's Grace. And his music is, I think it's about his life for the most part, and a lot of times it's about like other rappers too. But he did some songs with Vin J. I know you guys know him.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I love Vin.
I love
Yep,
Ninja.
and like his songs are really good vibes. He does it himself. He works with a producer. He does work with a producer, even though he's as small as he is. But he does make some really good music. Like, if I were to recommend any songs, it would be Pain, Clowns, The Other Side, and I can't think of any other ones. But another thing that I've actually been, like, into, I don't know why, besides Eminem's new album, we could talk about that quick. He has his Part 2 album out that I vibed with a little bit, because his second part to Music to Be Murdered By is the one he released, and a lot of it, like, reminded me of, like, his old self, which I liked. But sea shanties. I listen to Wellerman.
Oh God, yeah.
Wellerman.
Oh.
That's my favorite. It's my jam. I have every single version of it on my playlist.
Nathan
Like, I can
Evans is
sing
my
it.
favorite
Oh, yeah.
one.
And
Oh, man.
I watched his interview the other day. It was like with BuzzFeed or something. He said it. Yeah, he didn't expect it to blow up. Like, he was doing sea shanties on TikTok, which we might go into more later, I suppose, like you said. But he was just saying that, like, he took it as a request, and then it ended up blowing up, and the next day he signed a deal with a record label. Like,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
That's
And
where
it's an amazing song.
TikTok's where I got it from too. Like, I was just scrolling and
Me too.
I heard the song, like, oh, I like this song.
It slaps.
I searched it up
Yeah.
on YouTube, got it, and then I found Nathan Evans' version, and I really like that. I mean, the OG is good too, but other than that, like, the music, if I were to listen to music and pick, like, rock music will always be my favorite. I love rock music. I try to stay away from the heavy metal stuff because I'm not a big fan of the screamo. But I mean, if there's like
Right.
some like yelling or whatever, it's like, yeah, it's cool. It's whatever. It's hard. I like it. But From Ashes to New, they aren't as big, but they're one of my favorite artists, definitely.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's about as hard as I'll go. Like, I mean, I Prevail, they're a good band.
I love I Prevail. Yeah.
They do get really
fact,
hard in most songs, but other than that, I do like their songs.
Yeah, but it's kind of their memo to get hard in a song. Saying
Yeah.
is like the first song I ever listened to by I Prevail was their cover of Blank Space by Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh wow, this I love this thing. And then I listened to Scars and Lifelines, both really good songs. I think those would probably be my three favorites
Yeah.
out of them. But I I get down some.
DOA with Joyner Lucas by I Prevail, Joyner Lucas, DOA.
Oh yeah.
Dead on Arrival, that's definitely one.
Mm-hmm.
Another,
Oh yeah.
well, I'll say the last music thing I'll mention is Hollywood Undead's new album that came out not too long ago.
Oh yeah.
That was a straight up banger.
It was.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say it's my favorite album,
Yeah,
but it's definitely a banger. And they got that song they did with what's that song? I think I have it liked. Heart of a Champion. They did it with Papa Roach, Ice Nine Kills.
Oh,
that was insane.
Papa Roach and Hollywood Undead is like my childhood.
Yeah, that's definitely my vibe for music right now.
Yeah, there's been a lot of music throughout my quarantine.
Yeah.
It really helped the Kid Leroy, like you said, Taco. You reminded me without you really reminded me of that last situation. You can't make a wife out of a hoe.
Yeah.
That's Kid Leroy, right? I always
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
it is. Without you, yeah, that's what it was.
Yep.
It was. I listened to it quite a bit. A lot of other ones too.
Yeah, definitely.
You want to know, before he started blowing up, I knew about him because I used to keep up with like Juice World and all
Of
the
course.
other rappers. And when I heard that he was going to be the protege of Juice World, I was like, all right, I'll listen to his music. So I knew all about him, and then he started like becoming famous on TikTok, on YouTube, becoming the next top rapper. He was trending for a while, and I was like, man, I knew about him before everybody. I used to play his music before everybody. Now everyone's like, have you heard of the Kid Leroy? I was like, hey, I'm the one who showed you his music, and you thought it was shit until now.
Because he grew into it too. Yeah, that has been this podcast. So I thank you guys for being on, and I definitely want to mention that Tamale will definitely be on more often. It's kind of our fault that he wasn't here, you might as well say, but I mean, we've all been busy. He was busy with like the work he was doing too, like I think it was Taco Bell at the time, but
Yeah.
other than that, we'll definitely have him on more often. We plan to do some other videos other than podcasts with him. Like we post a Scriblio video, which will probably be in the end card, or maybe I'll post it up top, whatever. But we'll definitely do a lot more with Tamale because he's definitely a really awesome feature to have on this channel. And that's pretty much all I have to say. What about you guys?
I think I'm good.
Pretty good. I had a good time talking. It was nice. Human interaction is something that I've really craved lately.
Yeah.
So even just talking to you guys has been really freeing. You know, put a happier mood in my day.
Yeah, it was definitely fun, for sure.
In this negative 50-degree weather.
Yeah, it's cold out here.
Not even exaggerating.
Well, like I said, we'll definitely have Tamale back on. I just want to thank you for being on the podcast, Tamale. And is there anything else you'd like to say?
Make sure to like and subscribe for sure. Share. We gotta keep this streak going. We just gained a lot of subscribers. A lot in our eyes.
Yeah, that podcast of us coming back, it did really well. Like the Scriblio video that we posted, I mean, it's doing like how it should be for where we're at. But like the podcast video definitely hit pretty hard, and I'm definitely happy about that.
Exactly, and gotta thank the subscribers for that, because
yeah,
who knows? We lost a few because of the long break. Kind of saw that too, but you know, the traction that we're getting when we come back, it's number one.
Yeah, but yeah, like you said, we're trying to focus a lot on sharing to help grow our community and help keep us motivated to keep going. But other than that, I just want to thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for joining the podcast. This has been Burrito.
Taco.
I'm hot like a tamale.
And I'll see you guys in the next one.
Goodbye.